Just start it. Sure, Yanagi. Do. Grab my lotto. Denny's. Okay. All this crap. Login strike 1. Cool. Yay, more events. Oh, hey, this, reset. Cool. Ignore how much I have. I would rather not talk about that. I need a lot of those. I need a lot of those. What is this? Oh, disk drive. Yeah, I probably need quite a few of those. I don't. Can I just clear this out? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. Oh, my... Cool. Don't care. Yes, I know there are new events that I can do, but I would... love to finish this. Yeah. Kitty. Doop-a-doo-doop-a-doo. Right, no, you have to collect the stupid... Okay. Big brother! Help me! Manage the store. I already... What? There... I didn't open the... Okay. Big brother. Bill, Vivian was just in the store just now, but you weren't here. Was I out running some errands? What did she need? It was about the sacrifice core. The first time the sacrifice core appeared was at that auction, so she decided to try and find the security footage from after that day. It's possible more happened afterwards and we were simply unaware of it. If we can get the footage, we may gain new clues. Well, if you have time, head to Lumina Galleria to meet up with Vivian. Okay. You're about to enter immersive storytelling. Yes, I will go. Earlier, Vivian exchanged information with an acquaintance at the auction house's lounge.
Sure. I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage.
Huh.
Then he logged that
Weird.
footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
No,
know
he
him?
got stabbed
it's
in the
him. If it
chest.
were Hugo.
How could he
I
be
think I know where
alive,
he would
though?
hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
Also, that's not really how I imagine Shaw would be in, how she would sound. Lord Phaethon, you're here. Someone I used to work part-time with just happened to be covering a shift at the auction. I learned from her that Hugo once took some footage away with him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid the security footage. But once I know when Hugo came in, I should be able to guess where he put the videotape. How? We are Mockingbird after all. It shouldn't be surprising we have subtle ways of communicating information, should it? Once on a mission, we couldn't use communicators. So Hugo trained a few birds and put trackers on so we could communicate. But after that mission ended, we let them run free. But I just checked their trackers, and one of those birds flew near the auction venue that day, on the day Hugo took the footage. When did he take the footage? Because no, there was time skip. It still flies around here from time to time. The tracker only gives a broad area, but I believe this might be something Hugo left for us to find. If I'm not mistaken, the videotape is hidden wherever the bird is. I can't be sure which bird Hugo used this time, but all the birds he originally trained had at least some black feathers. Lord Phaethon, let's split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you can send me a picture of it. I should be able to recognize it. Fire Hugo, where would I have hid that videotape? Oh my... If this is it... Oh my fucking god, this is gonna be it, isn't it? Penguins count as birds, I guess. And besides, using a bamboo for communication seems perfectly reasonable. What if it is this guy? Either way, let's take a photo and send it to Vivian. After sending the photo of the penguin-shaped bamboo to Vivian, Vivian responds with a long set of ellipses. Seems like we were wrong. Let's keep searching elsewhere. Oh, good they didn't do that. Even though it has a... birdie. I can't get the target spotted. No, I have to actually walk up to it, don't I? Oh my god. This little guy? Black crows and a dark alley. It seems a bit cliche, but this really is a good place to hide something. Let's take a photo of the crow and send it to Vivian. After receiving the photo, Vivian quickly responds, "That's the one!" She quickly comes over. Wonder what the other one was. That's the one! It's all thanks to Lord Faith, and we found them so quickly. If it's here, then Hugo must have hidden the videotape among those boxes. You look through the boxes and find the recording, but it's been damaged. After discussing with Vivian, you decide to head back to the video store together to repair it and check the contents before making your next move. Can I see what the other bird was? What, would it have been a pigeon or something? Turn to video store. Can this videotape still be fixed? Of course, Fairy is currently repairing the data. Fairy repairs the videotape and you watch the recording. The content leaves you shocked. It's a conversation between Hugo and Camille.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
She seems well past that point.
What she's doing?
The formula for
Yeah.
the Landon's serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice
Yeah,
and the
she's well
remaining
past the
Landon
point
serum
of,
are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the creator are leading us in the right direction.
Are they?
I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
The creator will guide me.
The video abruptly comes to an end.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Why has Hugo never mentioned his plan that he never mentioned anything about to us?
Now Camille's actions make sense. But why did Hugo never tell us?
Because he left
Hugo.
this.
Belle, Lycon said there's something urgent he needs to discuss with us right now.
Okay. Get Daddy Wolf.
All right, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has
Can we get in?
rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study also located within the venue.
Oh, how convenient.
Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
Yeah. Hey, am I just gonna be her maid, butler?
So, what should I do?
You can attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me.
Oh my god.
Roxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely.
Calm down. Okay, fine.
Alright, then let's go together.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get in contact with Burton. He said he'll come to 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Is there anything I need to look out for? Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. Just leave the socializing to me. I won't let any evildoers come close to you. But, since there's still time before we have to go... I don't like where this is going. We should watch instructional videotape on Oh boy. Riveting. Should we watch an instructional videotape on formal dinner etiquette together? I learned everything from videotapes when I first went undercover at a banquet for a mission too. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one excursion. Let's do some last minute studying. Yep, I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the tape. Why do we even have this? I'm assuming we just have this tape available to rent. You do some last minute studying on the etiquette expected at a formal banquet for your mission that night. Before you know it, evening has arrived. Guess it is one way to kill time. Lord Phaethon, Burton sent his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? Yeah. Then I'll meet up with Burton first and make sure he's not tampered with the car. Lord Phaethon, please wait 5 minutes before joining me. It'll be safer this way. Vivian heads off first. After 5 minutes, she sends a message saying all is good, let's meet up. Also, doesn't Hartman knows who I am? If his study's there, I imagine he's just gonna be there too, right? Like, I get, like, Hartman's gonna be there, isn't he? Like, I doubt he would miss this. Even if he had to, like, force his way in. Huh. Miss Banshee, this is... Is something the matter? What I mean is, this person doesn't look like your bodyguard. The Ravenlocks can protect me, no? If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my escort for the night. She heard the Ravenlocks are throwing a true feast for the centuries with plenty of delicacies not available anywhere else, and she wanted to try some. Thank you for making me sound like a glutton. I do kind of want to try it though. Food. You're not so stingy as to not even allow your guest a +1, are you? Of course not. Since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian's, you're also my honored guest. Let us be off. My chauffeur shall take you to the port, and from there we take a speedboat to the manor. Oh, great, we're on a secluded island. Yeah, nothing bad ever happens on secluded islands for rich people. Nope. Not at all. About an hour later, you arrive at the Ravenlock Manor. With Burton's guidance, you go through numerous security checks before finally arriving at the banquet hall. Also, I'm going in my plain clothes. Weiss looks a little bit better for this, but even his clothes are still... No, this is supposed to be a formal dinner party. Where is my fancy dress? Vivian, do you not have clothes I can borrow? Do you not have a fancy party gown I can use? And for Weiss, I guess he could get Lycon? Get something from Lycon or something? I don't know. But I'm just going in my plain normal clothes. Hell.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion, does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
The dessert's gonna be poisoned, isn't it? Also, the way she said that, of course, it had to be sexy.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with.
I could imagine.
I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
Okay, what did you mean by dessert?
What did you mean by dessert just now? I couldn't really follow.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more.
Oh.
Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
Okay, sticking to the plan. Would it not be weird if we both just randomly went missing? You know, the... Let's be real here, sketchy looking girl in plain clothes who is tagging along with a fancy young vampire lady? Yeah, this doesn't seem sus.
All right, I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Vathan.
In accordance with the plan, you head deep into the manor after sneaking out of the banquet hall with Vivian. It doesn't take long for you. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take you long to reach Hartman's study, and with a gentle push, the door actually opened. Oh God, this is gonna be a trap.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
Let's contact Lycon.
The security around the manor is really strict, but inside might be more lax. But just in case, let's tell Lycon.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Okay, time to investigate the office.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Let's split up.
Then let's split up.
You and Vivian search through Hartman's office for a while but find nothing. Just then, footsteps suddenly come from outside, and in a moment of panic, you hide behind the desk. Oh no.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction? So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
Hartman raises his gun, aiming at the desk, yet there's no gunshot. With the clank of metal, a familiar voice comes.
The bullet? How?
Dear uncle, why must we be so distant with one another?
Oi,
just tell me what
do you have
want to say
regenerating vampire powers?
Hugo! Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon, when I have yet to trample you into the dirt?
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine. My dear uncle.
Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
Oh, so you're curious about the supernatural stuff? Okay. It is not different. Tom Jenks, here are the drinks. Okay, so it's all the same stuff.
You're late.
So strict. Spare me a moment to catch my breath, will you?
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props. Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course, if things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Aw, I'm flattered.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them. Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss. Obviously. It was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But
More like
unfortunately, it's
revenge.
not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course. I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
Oh. Oh my. Lycon leads Hugo to a small warehouse in Port Elpis. Hugo looks quite pleased with the place. After scanning the area for a moment, he sits down on a chair, pulls out some rope, and ties himself up? He's just one kinky guy.
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration.
Hugo tells Lycon of what happened back in the private suite when he was negotiating with Hartman. The only reason Hartman agreed to work with him was because of this. Because he had drugged that red liquid. After that, every time Hugo and Hartman met up, the latter would always add a small dose of that drug into Hugo's cup and then ask questions, attempting to glean information.
After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage, perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote.
So you need it beaten
When I
out of you.
delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind. And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes.
I thought you were gonna have Lycon.
I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
You need to be
I recommend
tied.
seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it?
I think we should tie you up more.
So, Lycon, come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed.
Also, Lycon
Never
is
have.
sweating.
And you never will.
Oh my.
Well, Time is short.
Lycon, were you expecting,
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
After who knows how long, after enduring seamless, endless pain, Hugo finally awakens. The ropes that bound him had come undone, though he didn't know. Oh my god, why would they do that? After some time, he straightens up his tire, opens the warehouse door.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself? Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
I feel like it's all your fault. Why were you born with those eyes? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this mess. I made it. I endured for so long. All those years of planning. I was so close. He already agreed. You go and beg him to reconsider for me, okay? Tell him you'll do anything. Tell him to take me back. No, he won't want to see you now. You can't go and see him. Mother?
It's all your fault. I wish I had never given birth to you.
The woman's face is distorted with hatred, as if the person before her is not her child, but an enemy who destroyed her future. She blames all of her misfortune on this innocent child.
Everything will get better if you just die, right? If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
She raises her hand to reveal a pair of scissors, the tip gleaming with chilling light. She thrusts the sharp point towards Hugo's paler eye. She then vanishes, as if she had never existed at all. Is this all a dream? You're telling me she didn't do this? Right now?
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
Of course not.
That's because you don't want to wake up again. Who are you? I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self.
A shadow of yours.
Want to kill her, don't you?
What is?
Your so-called mother. Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer. Yes, I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence. But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life without you. While she was indulging herself, you were going through hell in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you? Do you not feel the hatred?
Chances are all that money is probably gone now. And, she's probably not living a great life anymore. People who seek out rich fast
For a long time, I thought the same way.
don't usually keep the riches they gain.
I want to make a different choice.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade. If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength. It's what she deserves. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
He's not really forgiving them.
Forgiving them. Or rather,
yeah,
I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet. You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else.
But you?
Rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that me is you. Correct. So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
Oh, how sweet.
You'll regret this, fool. Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
After intense doubt of business awakens in dark, roam the island, come undone. He takes deep breath of damp air and stands up. Hugo straightens out his attire, ties himself up, and opens the warehouse door. Ugh.
This is still an illusion.
Oh my god.
I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Why do drug-induced hallucinations usually end up with...
Hugo, let's play hide and seek.
Oh.
I'm already hiding. You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
Serena.
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me.
Okay.
Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why I had to die?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault. If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer.
Doop-a-doo.
Still looking in the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why? Hugo, are you lost?
Oh.
Go back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
Great. Indifferent, dissatisfied, and angry. What a cruel bastard. As expected of a disgusting bastard. Lady Serena was so nice to him. Yet he... How does he still have the nerve to stay at this house? They shouldn't have let him in from the start. Filthy, lowly blood. Curses and insults encircle Hugo, piercing his skin like frozen knives. The mockery and rage form a wave that crashes through him, threatening to drown him. Then, as the cacophony reaches its peak, it goes silent. The air seems to congeal in silence, deep and oppressive. It is as if time itself stood still, with only his rapid heartbeat echoing. I mean, time has pretty much just stood still right now because he's in a frickin' drug hallucination.
I told you that you would eventually return.
We meet again, my friend.
It's only been like 5 minutes.
I am you. A side of you that you've always tried to deny existed.
Of course. I know. This time it's about Serena. Right?
Yes. Your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you. Unfortunately, it was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. So, she was fated to die.
Yeah, you can't come from a...
Many times. But I was careful. And they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place. Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their positions. Yet, not only did Father not blame you for the incident, he praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no?
In reality, his siblings are perfect for that, then.
To catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death. Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Seemingly unsatisfied with his answer, the demon transforms into him again.
Here you go again. Trying to deny your desires. Deep down inside, you've always wondered. Asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserved. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Congratulations, you
Those
committed
brothers and
assault.
sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand. Dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our scythe. Boring.
Well,
boring.
even more of a reason to want to take revenge on dear old uncle.
Who would murder their own kin for scraps of power, dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example. Is that not karma? Power struggles, pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse, written into the Ravenlock family's genes.
Oh, so it's more like a curse written into power families in general.
Don't forget, my dear, that the same blood flows through your veins.
Which is why he wants to take revenge on Hartman. As if to prove his words, the inner demon transform into Hartman. The inner demon transform into Hartman. Yep. If that is actually how it would be grammatical, or if that is actually if that is proper grammar, fuck English.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins.
More like how much literally every single person except Serena tried to deny it. His mother, his siblings, probably his father, because he just wanted to use him to push the siblings. You! Oh my god. I don't think he's tried to deny it nearly as much as literally everybody else in this family.
Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule.
So, by that logic, the only people that would be alive would be the rulers. So everybody has to rule each other? I am very curious what the original translation was. Or what the original text was. Because this is very much a stupid thing. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. That... Okay, so they're only going to be the strongest around. Then you're going to end up in an endless power vacuum struggle, constantly trying to try and get stronger. Make stronger. I am stronger. I am stronger. I die. Now I am stronger. I die. Now I am stronger. I die. And it just keeps going and on. Unless if that is what this whole point is when I hit auto again.
This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family.
Yeah, blood is always super thick.
Like your father.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. This is the talent you were born with. The best gift fate has ever given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
After intense dizziness bout, he awakens again. All this crap. Oh hey, are we gonna be going through another yep. Okay.
I never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you.
I don't think he okay.
Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
Oh, Hugo, that's hilarious. You obviously don't see the dream haze surrounding the screen. Hi, Lycon, totally Lycon. You're going to save me, right? Also, hi, inner demon. You don't exist. Lycon, why are you staring at my inner demon? Lycon, why? This isn't supposed to... You're supposed to be saving me. Buddy? Friend? Life partner? Strictly platonic life partner? This isn't supposed to be happening, right? Why did you break our oath? Why did you use me? My eye. These legs. They were your fault. You know, you are exactly like your father. Lycon, how would you even know?
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow, an easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make. And you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your father?
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't Lycon. You're...
Me?
The other me. Hidden deep within my heart.
The shadow of the heart? Lycon... Hugo takes a deep breath and slowly opens his eyes. Lycon is gone. And in his place, that familiar figure. Without a doubt, he is still within an illusion. No shit, Sherlock.
I've been waiting for you. my dear.
Ooh.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
And he's
Just
getting...
as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself. We are ultimately one and the same, forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said. Because you realized that deep down, he was right about you. You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your death. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated, and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened. Innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world.
I think his hours of thinking have been about
I wasn't responsible for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, chances are if his father died...
the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come
Give in to the hatred. Do it.
Or are you going to follow Lycon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone? Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of faking your death from them? You've built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping everyone out.
But also keeping him from going out. That's kind of how the wall works usually, is you don't want people coming in and you don't want to go out. It's a two-way street, kind of, you know?
That comes all too easily. But
he doesn't want to be trusted.
The most ridiculous thing is that you want them to trust you. You stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. You yearn for your companion's understanding and trust. Idiot. That's why you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own.
That shows he has a heart.
Only the weak need companions. And
Says the Bang Boo.
children born from hatred. We are different from them. I will never be like them, and I don't need to be. Come. Let me show you what powers we can wield.
Ooh, am I gonna fight?
But
Myself
you
against...
are me. And I'll never lose to myself.
Ooh. Ooh? Who? Do we get to fight as, Oh my god. Do we actually get a little, tease fight with him? Hugo versus Hugo. Or is this just gonna be a fucking cutscene? Do not be a cutscene. Yes! Yes! Okay. When EX special attack or ultimate hits a stunned enemy, the totalized effect is triggered. The effect means stun.
Think about all the injustice you've suffered. If you choose to forgive, betray yourself. You know that.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
Is that all? Trying to run, are we?
Dude.
Out of my way. You're too afraid to admit it.
Okay.
I have you now. You're too scared to face
Oh, there it is.
yourself and what you truly desire. Beg for mercy.
No. Ow.
Prepare to kneel before me.
Are you trying to kill me? You think you can just get rid of me?
Yes. Look, have you never heard of the fight your inner demons thing?
For
This
what
is
it's
literally
worth,
what's happening.
Thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
Fancy words won't change anything.
Yet I still kick your ass.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen, when it's accepted. So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness, hatred, malice, strength, forgiveness, justice.
Finally, it's time to meet up with Lycon.
Hugo, it's time. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you?
Baka.
I made it through. I won. No praise for me, my dearest partner.
Clean yourself up.
This is just like what I saw in my dream.
Except now there are more people.
I guess there are still some lingering side effects.
Hey, Lycon, I don't have to beat you up right now, right?
Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
Proceeds to
I
get
refuse
ass
to fight
kicked.
someone who is in need of medical attention.
Lycon falls silent for a moment and eventually hands over a coin. No, looking at the packaging, it's not a coin, but a familiar chocolate.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death.
Oh, so he was supposed to be in a secluded warehouse? He was right across from the fry shack. He was right across from the fry shack, underneath whoever the fuck is living up there. What the hell? Hugo takes the coin. After a moment of silence, he eventually eats it. Chocolate coin.
Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Either way, thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just going a bit crazy from... you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But... I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you could benefit from some too. How about it? Want to book a session with me? Trust me, I'm a pro.
I can help myself.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
You mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird.
Oh boy.
To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure. Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble for those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird.
Hugo stares out at the ocean. A gentle breeze lifts his golden locks. The sunlight glances off both his eyes. He looks hot AF.
All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
And save me and Vivian.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltist fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes. Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
With those legs that I gave you. Yep. Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So, you kicked things off by approaching Edmund from the top's big shots. How did you manage to sweet talk him? I'm a bit of an illegitimate child. But I still have that Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funny enough, this Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than the side branches, which is absolutely laughable. So, I played his arrogance to my advantage. And, let's be real, I had some juicy intel to swap with those high rollers, but that's Mockingbird's secret, so I can't let any outsiders in on it. Was the sacrifice core from Mayor's lab your handiwork too? You could say that. The security... You could say that. The security there is no joke. So I had to leverage Tops for some extra intel. After all, as you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. And it was you who threw the sacrifice core up for auction to lure in the Exaltist. You knew they'd be all over it. Yep. I embedded the sacrifice core right into the robe of heroes. They actually matched perfectly nicely, pretty nicely, don't you think? Classic you. I heard that after the auction, they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take wild guesses. But honestly, I think those Denny's would rather be... out in the wild than sitting in those hoity-toity accounts. Then, you found Hartman and talked him into a partnership, getting your hands on more intel on the sacrificed and the Exaltists. After that, you shot that crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legit reason to spring into action. Yep, that was spot on. Look at you, a real genius over here. In the end, you faked your own death to pull yourself out of this mess. And used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltist on their toes. Hold on a sec. If that's all there is, why did you let Hartman slip you the drug? I mean, you'd have a way to dodge that kind of thing. I've got something I've been keeping under wraps. I've actually teamed up with your beloved mayor. Nani? When it comes to stopping the Exaltist, the mayor and I are on the same wavelength, so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he didn't clue you in on this. Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. Unless if Hugo is just lying through his teeth right now to mess with Icon. Honestly, that would be the funnier option, but the mayor must have his own reasons. If you can convince yourself of that, more power to you. If you convince yourself of that, more power to you. Just know, if you ever wanted to swing back to Mockingbird, you can beg me. You can come beg me, like a good little puppy. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Like a little puppy that I don't want to keep with me. Alright, enough chit-chat. We've got bigger things to deal with. Also,
I'm sure you've heard about the
thank
missing
you
workers
Des
from
for
companies
the
under the
follow
Ravenlock family
48
too.
minutes ago.
I know where they are.
Okay, is Hugo stunned?
I shall follow you.
Please forgive me.
No, he's on
for
attack.
stealing the moonlight.
Okay.
I wish you a fabulous day. Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Only for Master Puck. Come on, let's get them out of here.
Allow me to reach your soul.
You untie the workers. Thank goodness. Someone's here to save us. Thank you. You're welcome. So, could you tell us what those Ravenlocks did to you before they ran off? They're a bunch of liars. They tricked us into this hollow. They said they had a job with high pay for us, but they kept avoiding the topic after we got here. Something didn't seem right, so I wanted to leave. But then they showed their true colors. They tied us up and told us they were gonna ship us off somewhere. They didn't make you take any weird medicine, did they? Medicine? No, but it wasn't just us that tricked. Another group went that way. I see. Here, take this carrot. There's an exit nearby. You should be able to get out of here as soon as possible. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. Oh my god. Okay, I know. So it's sound cadence that's doing the localization. I find it hard to believe that they would have this many little errors. Like, they kind of have to rush to send it in to have it be added in. I am very curious what the workflow is like to have this many little errors. Because, and SoundKit, they might just be rushed. Oh, my leg, why? Let's go, Hugo. We must save the rest of them. Oh, why leg? You know what? We're gonna stand for a bit. You sure are eager.
Face.
Bunch of nobodies. Annoying as hell. Kill them!
Bunch of nobodies, huh?
You're welcome.
You see a man in a butler costume and then a guy wielding a giant scythe. You think we're nobodies? Look, if I see a guy in a butler outfit running towards me about ready to fight, I'm running for my damn life. Cause you know that butler's gonna fucking kill you.
More workers here. And quite a lot of them.
Mine. You untie the workers. Who are you? Your saviors. Thank you. I had a bad feeling about that group from the start. I shouldn't have ignored my gut instinct. I'm curious, how much did they offer you guys? Because based on what the one guy said, it was really high. And usually when a job is really high in a dangerous location from some, let's be real here, shady ass thug looking dudes, probably not gonna be good for you. I don't know though. That's just the logic in many fiction things though. Did those Ravenlocks do anything to you? Do anything? Well, we weren't doing as we were told, so they tied us up. Nothing else? Good. Oh, right. There was another batch of workers ahead of us. They should be by the roof. Don't worry, I'll handle it. You should get out of here as soon as you can. Let's continue.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
Of course. He threw them into the hollow like offerings for the Exaltists.
Gotta make all them sacrifices.
To him, those workers are just another resource, no different from the ether his company mines in the Hollow.
This track reminds me of oh, that piano is bringing back memories of the twin battle
There's more
theme.
over there. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised, it's all real, right? All we have to do is follow you into the Hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies. Sounds real suspicious.
Yeah,
Not your trap.
because it probably is.
Keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
Because they're
Because I
probably
don't have a
underpaid.
choice. My daughter was previously caught in the Hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption. The treatment costs have completely drained our family's savings. So that's why...
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid, I'll do anything. Even risk my life.
Perfect, a
Wait.
volunteer.
You people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
Don't worry, you'll get every denny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
Oh no, please don't. I can't read that from here without glasses on. The fierce man pulls out a bunch of white pills and gives one to each worker. Another Ravenlock family member seems a bit doubtful and leans in to whisper.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this. And the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before.
Look, this
God,
is good
dude,
stuff, all
I've been
right?
like
It'll increase your
3
ether
days
activity.
clean.
There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the Hollow for several hours. This is essential medication. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
We were recording all that, right?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take them.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan works.
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you see it.
If that's not what you want me to think, then explain everything to me.
And do it quickly
All right.
before they take the pills.
It's a little complicated, but simply put, these workers will be fine. Of course, it's your choice to trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
I trust you.
Meanwhile, the workers have also made their decision. Except for the talkative worker, most of them have already swallowed the pills. That's when the arrogant Ravenlock family member finally reveals his true nature. You think I'd let you run? While forcefully shoving the pill into the worker's mouth. Wasn't the talkative one the female? I mean, it's bad either way, but if it was the female, they're really just making this guy out to be extra evil. After clearly capturing everything, Hugo lets out a sigh of relief.
All right. That's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much as you want.
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them. Even if they're the worst of the Ravenlock family.
Oh, they are not the worst by any
Your
means.
Holiness, Saint Lycon.
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Let order and madness dance. Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team.
Doop, 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 doop. Oh my god, Lycon, how is he? You have been fighting one guy.
Your legs? How are they feeling?
I'm fine.
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight. You had a lot more aggression.
I did anything. I've merely learned to control my strength. When I need to be aggressive, I will be.
Okay, that wasn't timed perfectly, but that was actually really cool to have both of them kicking it at the same time. Anyway.
Damn it! Who the hell are you? How dare you mess with the Ravenlock family?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon cease to exist.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's ending
It means
with
exactly
me.
what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
I will be the last of the Ravenlock.
Above all else.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face just now. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks. But in reality, there's no need for you to keep playing this boring game for them.
I don't have a choice. From the moment I was born into the Ravenlock family,
You always have a choice, if you're willing to act. All right, let's end the small talk here.
Hugo delivers a swift chop to the back of the necks of the Ravenlock family members. I actually want to know how well... does that actually work? If it does, how hard do you have to hit? If it doesn't, where did it start? Because that is a massive trope.
Don't worry, Lycon.
Questions
I
to
didn't
Google
hit
for
them
later.
Too hard, just enough to keep them quiet.
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
Oh
As
my god.
always, a certain someone should take some lessons from you. I'll leave the rest to you then.
Okie dokie.
The workers carry the Ravenlock family members away. Now only Lycon and Hugo remain. Hugo, were they other members of Mockingbird? Or were they just paid people?
Okay, now can you tell me exactly what's going on here?
As you can see, that worker just now was actually an informant of mine. The pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets.
Okay.
Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field to help, and with the data I collected before, we should have results soon.
Do we know who
wanted
they
to
are?
ask, the reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of the drug, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect data on this drug in order to create an antidote, correct?
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
I thought you were just being stubborn.
Sometimes I wonder if you know me at all.
Then, I have one last question. Why did you never tell me any of this back then?
Because...
The truth is, I heard everything. That entire conversation between you and Jack. Before he passed away in that small attic. When Jack called you aside and gave you those warnings.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path?
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you to trust me? You know there's no way I'd allow myself to do such a thing.
You're the one who's supposed to beg.
Back then, even I was confused about myself.
Jack, he...
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're going to reminisce over the past, we should find a more suitable location.
After leaving the hollow, the two arrive at a place with a nice scenery.
Nikon? That incident back then. I didn't do it. It was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman who killed my father, too. I only discovered the truth long after the fact. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. I couldn't kill him. And even before that, if I hadn't hesitated, none of what followed would have happened. Even now, I still think they deserve death. But I no longer care to personally deliver that fate. They're beneath me. And I have more important things to do.
You...
I know we may never agree on that point, Lycon. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered that the more I rejected them, the more painful it became. So, I could only accept that crazed, hateful, and malicious side of myself. As long as I know I will never become like my father, like Hartman, that is enough for me.
You've changed. But I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too, compared to before. I still disagree with Jack's words, and I won't forgive your betrayal. I will walk the path I believe is right, even if I must tread over thorns and through the mud. But I will also allow you to walk your own path, Lycon.
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome. Come to think of it, we haven't talked about your legs and eye.
It was just an accident, not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too.
He seems to have gotten used to it.
Perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions. I thought you wanted the power to pass judgment on all in this world like a god.
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god.
I
There
defeated
are many
myself.
things that we are powerless to change. But there are also many choices we can make. Just as I said before, I am the only one who can kill me or save me.
I'm glad you think that way.
Because I really don't want to have to kill or save you.
Thing to do. To witness the end of Ravenlock.
Oh hey, are we coming back to the banquet now? As Hugo recounts the process of gathering evidence, Hartman, unable to listen any longer, slams the table in anger. Did he... I would like to think that Hugo literally just spent the amount of time we spent like even the freaking drug trip dream is just like purposely just to piss Hartman off. It's like, oh my fucking god, just shut up already.
You really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard! Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back on my feet.
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. And I don't care about taking your place. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That'd be pathetic.
I'm gonna take down the entire family.
Why don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
On behalf of Tops, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions. Tops is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective immediately. We will have no further affiliation with them.
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks? You want to be a petty thief forever?
Thief? Oh, Uncle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who robs the rich and gives to the poor.
Robin Hood?
I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who turns every headline into my own stage. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back. I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never did.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
You flatter me. Same goes for you, Uncle.
Oh my god. You leave the Ravenlock Manor on Hugo's speedboat. After reaching Port Elpis, you all wait for Lycon to arrive.
You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
You faked your
Hugo,
death.
I'm a member of Mockingbird too, and I mourned your death.
Listen,
Dude,
Vivian.
you...
I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me.
Bro, you have no idea how hard she took your death. We literally had to take her in and keep her with us for a few days because she did not want to be left alone. My guy, I know you might be able to trust us, But you put her through a lot. You really think she's not gonna be a bit pissed off at you?
I've always been selfish, so I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it
Vivian
is
bitch slap
because
him,
I am selfish that I
and then I'm
also
gonna
don't
bitch slap
want
him.
my failures to affect my treasured companions. In any case, if you were in the same position, would you not make the same decisions? Lycon's taking care of everything outside. We should go. Also, Belle, thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. It was the only way for Hartman to drop his guard against you and leave you be. I, Hugo Vlad, am forever indebted to you.
Oh, I'm using that. I hope you realize I'm using that. With Lycon's assistance, you successfully leave Ravenlock Family Manor and return to the video store. Hey, you leave the Ravenlock Manor on Hugo's speedboat after reaching Port Elpis. You await Lycon's arrival. With Lycon's assistance, you successfully leave the Ravenlock Family Manor and return to the video store. Okay. It sometimes feels like they have multiple teams working on, like, it feels like they had two different teams working on this instead of one team working on a batch of lines that are all together. Okay. I am very curious what the workflow is like. Who is in charge of the text? Who is in charge of the... Well, Sound Cadence is in charge of the English voice. At least I think that's how it works. But who's... I don't... I'm just going to move on.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel that I must give you now.
Ooh? So you knew about everything, jackass.
So, Lycon, you knew about Hugo's plan to fake his death?
I was simply playing along. After all, I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that habit of finding awkward excuses when you're embarrassed.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste. I need to return to rest before midnight.
Do you guys need, like, a hotel room or something? I would say you could use this room, but I don't want dog hair everywhere. Because I feel like a lot of dog hair would be getting everywhere. And not just a normal kind of shedding. If you can promise to clean up and keep the noise down, you may use this room. I cannot guarantee if Fairy will record it or not, though.
You two sure are close.
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifice much stronger.
You put a sacrifice core into a sacrifice.
Will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately attack all living beings, including their creator. So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them no benefit. But
so they're
Dina's
trying to...
concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice would be under its creator's control.
Would it
Although
really,
the dormant
though?
sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
So the real core is just MIA right now.
Never mind the sacrifice. Hartman's sacrifice core is a fake. We don't know where the real one's gone.
The real core has always been here.
God damn it, Hugo.
Here? In Lord Phaethon's video store?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give that collectible to our dear proxy?
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it. She has absolutely no connection to the Exaltists.
How about our dear proxy take out that pendant so we can take a look?
After finding the pendant sent by Vivian, Hugo takes it and gently presses a hidden clasp. The pendant clicks open from the middle. Inside is the sacrifice core. So now we're gonna have to hide this again. I.e., you're gonna have to hide this again. Because God knows I will probably end up laughing about it for some stupid reason. Or it gets lost. Because now I know about it. I feel like Vivian is going to have a lot of pressure on her now. To try and keep this secret. Hey, Hugo, can you just hide this again? And just not tell us anything? Please? Thank you. A collectible gifted by Vivian. It looks like an expensive, exquisite piece. It could open from the inside. Conceals a mysterious sacrifice core. Why do they all look... It looks like very expensive gemstone. Is that just what sacrifice cores look like? Gemstone? Okay. Ah.
I'll take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed, since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead. I won't go back on my promises.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
We don't need to worry about the sacrifice core now. Unless if the mayor is attacked. That won't happen, right? If the mayor has this, surely the Exaltist won't go that far. Right? The Exaltist wouldn't dare go that far. You know, the Exaltist led by the daughter of the former leader. The daughter being kind of fucking crazy. Psychotic. Like, okay. Yeah, this will end well.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make more sacrifices.
She's gonna use the fucking
And
mare,
we
isn't
need
she?
to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
She's-
Alright, that's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you
Why
again
do I
once
feel
I
like
have something.
she might have found... Nobody could figure out how the serum was made, right? She has the last remaining batch. Do you not think she would spend time, money, and resources trying to reverse engineer this thing? Like, do you not think she might have not spent years getting a formula out of it and kept it very close to her chest? Because, you know, the Exalta's kind of going on down low. Probably don't want to say, oh, hey, yeah, we can make more of this shit. Yeah, right? What's wrong, Lycon? Weren't you in a rush to get back and rest? You act like you're going to turn into a werewolf after midnight or something. How are you feeling now? Relax. I'm not kicking the bucket just yet. But you look a bit more run down than before. Just getting over something nasty. That's all. Risking your neck like that wasn't exactly smart. Maybe you should have... Lycon, remember what I said back when I faked my death. For a permanent and absolute victory, we must ensure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh and persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Not wrong, sure, but it was arrogant enough. Instead of playing God and picking who lives and dies, I'd rather just do what I can. Because at the end of the day, a person can only shape their own destiny. Nothing more. You've really come a long way. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Hugo, you've got a lot of explaining to do. No more secrets. I will. I'll lay it all out. Promise. After a little chat, Lycon, Hugo, and Vivian say their goodbye and take off. Back in your room, you drift off to a nice deep sleep. Belle, Hugo sent a message earlier. There's new progress on the sacrifice situation. They found a large batch of unused sacrifice serum. Oh my... How much of this stuff is left? And where is it all being kept? Like... He wants us to be their guide. He, Vivian, and Lycon will be heading into the Hollow with us to destroy the serum. And I'll use the HDD system this time to head into the Hollow with you all. Tell me when you're ready, and remember to bring Eos with you. Ooh! Hold on a moment. I need to go. Water. Yeah. Hopefully this lasts a little bit. I'm ready. Immersive storytelling. Go. Trending theme at video. Yeah. Right. Okay. Dear managers, you're here. Having two Lord Phaethons leading the way for me must be the luckiest person alive. We'll be counting on you two, as according to my intel, this is quite the large batch of serum. My guess is that Dina wouldn't put all the serum in one place, so we may need to split up. Just to be safe, we'll be counting on both of you to guide us. Once you're both ready, let's head into the hollow. Okay.
Landon's stash should be somewhere nearby.
Touch me.
I did some digging. Some of the missing workers were brought here too. Dina's getting ready to make her move.
Don't worry, we'll clear them out.
God. Okay. Wait. No, okay, we're probably gonna end up moving that.
They're trying to destroy the goods! Stop them!
Understood. We need to take care of the guards first.
Move.
Oh, are you sure we can't just, you know, rip through them, or just walk past them? I don't know, we could... Vivian, try seducing them. Pretend that they're all me.
The serum is stored in this warehouse.
Actually, no, Vivian, do not pretend they're all me. That will end very badly.
You're not taking anything from here.
I better not get my chest dirty.
Hugo, get the guards first.
Freeze all evil! Scram before I get angry.
Only for Master Proxy. You just stepped into your own graves!
Truth is a beloved fairy tale.
position.
A right ending to your nightmare.
Where are you looking?
Vivian, allow me. Prepare to kneel before me.
And it ulted. Really?
Notice me. Lord, you better not get my trust away. Just this once.
Okay.
More of Landon's serum survives than expected. Fortunately, since they're still here, it means Dina hasn't executed the final step of her plan.
There's likely a lot more stashed around here, and we have yet to locate the missing people. Our actions here won't go unnoticed. Perhaps they're making plans to deal with us on their side.
With Landon and Dina's concoctions combined, she may be capable of creating a sacrifice that obeys her. If it comes to that, this will get far more troublesome.
Okay, gang, how about we split up and search for serum?
How about we split up? Hugo and Lycon will destroy what remains of the substance around here, and Vivian and I will go search elsewhere.
Very well. Let's go with your plan. But be careful if you encounter Dina and her people.
Okay,
According
Dad.
to Camille, she's absolutely obsessed with completing her father's dying wish. Who knows what she may try? Let's part ways here for now. And perhaps the other manager could use EOS to guide us.
Sure. I've been feeling better these past few days, so just follow me.
It's only now that I realize how fortunate we are to have two Lord Faithins.
And it's fortunate that we...
Like our work's doubled. In the past, Belle and I would only ever work on the same route.
Greater power means more responsibility. And in any case, I'm sure the mayor would be able to provide double compensation. He's a very generous person, after all. Right, Lycon?
I will request additional compensation from the mayor.
Thank you.
Compensation is just one aspect. It's one thing with Belle being in the Hollow in person, but now with us working on separate routes, I can't help but worry even more for her safety. Oh, but I trust in your abilities. I'm just not quite used to this.
As they talk, Vivian stands behind them and suddenly sheds a tear as she gazes at one of them. Shit. She turns and quickly approaches the area where Landon's serum is stored. Vivian recalls the tears she said when looking at Phaethon and the destiny she saw then.
This is the future I saw.
We shouldn't be splitting up, should we?
Lord Phaethon.
Vivian closes her eyes as if making a decision, then grabs a vial of Landon's serum.
I'm sorry.
If a tragedy is inevitable, then let misfortune fall upon me.
This time, I will make sure the future I saw does not come to pass. I don't want to bring you misfortune. That's all I wish for.
Oh no, Vivian. Her taking that is gonna lead to it. That's how this shit usually ends up working. You think, I can stop it this time.
Leave this to me, Lord Phaethon.
But then...
Don't touch me. Keep your filthy hands off. Lord Phaethon, there might be more serum here.
How
Break.
dare you steal from Lady Dina?
I'll try to go easy on you. No promises.
Okay.
There are containers by the fissure.
Oh, that's probably not
There's
a good
got
thing.
to be something inside. Let's try opening them.
Ooh, people. We don't want the money anymore. Please, just let us go. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Just in my pain. Please. We're here to save you. Are there any other captives? There were. But they all turned into ethereals. So many ethereals. They're all dead. Please, just let us go. That girl never intended to let us live. My friends will get you out. We'll deal with this. Don't be afraid. You'll get out of this hollow alive. We promise. Really? Thank goodness. Be careful. So many people were brought with us. They're all ethereals now. Really, really scary ethereals. I can't imagine what she's planning to do with such a massive horde of ethereals. People will die. Everyone will be killed by those ethereals. Hush. Say no more. My friends will get you out. Leave the rest to us. After contacting Hugo and Lycon, they quickly arrive. You eventually decide to have them take the civilians to a safe place while Vivian and you continue to search for any overlooked serum or victims. Shortly after they leave, a familiar voice comes.
It must have been tough for you to find this place. Vivian, if you had stayed out of it, I wouldn't be so eager to get rid of you.
Those people have been taken to safety. You're all out of options.
They're just mere test subjects. So what if they get away? There
I
will
can always
always
get
be people
more.
consumed by greed. And therefore, they will come willingly to me. In any case, what are a few sacrifices in comparison to the completion of Father's grand ambition?
Dina, you deceived those people. They didn't come willingly to you. You tricked them, just like Landon did back then.
At this point, you may as well just steal
Father
orphans.
gave hope to those who had everything taken from them by the Hollows.
Okay, so you are basically
you once
stealing
rejoiced
orphans.
at the hope Father offered you too. Before Father took you in, You were no more than an omen of disaster that no one wanted. It was Father who gave you shelter and a purpose for existing. Do you remember the first time you bestowed a blessing under Father's guidance? How did you feel when that person looked at you with adoration and gratefulness? That was the first time you felt hope. Like your existence had a purpose, right? Don't forget that it was Father who, through what you call deception, gave you hope. And you, what have you done? You basked in Father's attention and everyone's adoration, only to destroy everything. Do you think that by leaving the Exaltists, those people will live better lives? Of course not. Those who suffered under the Hollows will only continue on as walking corpses, without the hope Father gave them. Do you really think you're some sort of savior, Vivian?
Do you?
You're just an ungrateful brat who brings misfortune to those around her. It was you who destroyed everyone's hope. Not everyone
Hi,
wants to
Pot.
live
Name's
in false
Kettle.
hope.
Have we met?
You say it's because of greed that people willingly become your sacrifices. Perhaps those people aren't entirely virtuous. But that greed is just wanting to live a better life beyond the Hollows. What you and Landon have done was never about giving people hope, but exploiting it. Stop lying to yourself. Deep down, you know what Landon did was cruel.
No.
Back then, when Landon wanted to inject you with the serum, the fear in your face was as plain as day. I saw it all clearly. If all of this is as righteous as you claim, then why did you make such an expression, Dina?
Don't look at me with such pity! Father did nothing wrong. All of this is to make something of the Hollows other than disaster. That's everyone's only hope.
Hey, why don't you test it on yourself then?
Stop living
Go ahead.
this lie.
Test it.
You know
See what
would happen
happens.
if a sacrifice loses control and escapes the Hollow. It's not the Hollows that are to blame for those people's deaths, but the hope you keep talking about. That will cause more despair and claim more lives.
That is merely the necessary sacrifice to accomplish a greater goal.
No one deserves to be a sacrifice.
Your hypocritical magnanimity disgusts me. I can always go and get more test subjects if they've escaped. And I will be able to replicate Father's serum with enough time. With you gone, I'll be able to complete Father's gift to the Creator and fulfill his last wish. Camille, release the failed subjects.
Lady Dina.
Camille, are you going to do what you did before? You keep saying you'll follow the Creator, but it's all lies.
Lady Dina, the Hollows took my family from me. I understand that there's no way to get back what I've lost. It was Lord Landon who told me that the Creator would guide me. One day, Hollows will no longer be disasters. Everyone will be able to survive inside them. I look forward to the day when this hope becomes reality. I watched you grow up, and I know that you've always looked up to your father. He gives you hope, and I destroyed that hope with my own hands.
Oh, don't become a test subject.
So I've always felt guilty. I want to atone for the hope I destroyed. But Dina, I don't want to ruin more lives. And I don't want to continue watching you destroy yourself. Vivian is right. Not everyone wants to live in false hope. So, please, stop.
Camille, are you abandoning me too?
I'm not abandoning you. I just don't want to see you go past the point of no return.
The point of no return? I passed that point ages ago.
No, Dina. You can still turn back. I'll be your way back.
Where are you going, Camille?
I made a deal with Hugo and the mayor. If someone needs to take the fall for this, let it be me. I did it. All of it. I've been forcing Landon's only daughter, Dina, to research how to create sacrifices. I colluded with the Ravenlock family for my own gain. Everything Dina did was under duress. Since I've kept her captive for so long, she doesn't have the skills to survive as an independent member of society. She'll need a caretaker and teacher. Someone who will look after her and educate her.
No! I refuse, Camille! I refuse to accept this!
Dina, I'm going to dispose of those failed subjects.
I won't allow it! You'll die! I won't allow it! You can't leave me. I command you! You've always followed my orders, and you will follow them now!
It wasn't your orders that I've been following. My younger sister, who was stolen from me by the Hollows, also had such beautiful red hair. When Landon told me the Creator could bring me hope, you were standing there, right behind him. I was certain, then and there, that this was the hope the Creator had given me. Start over, Dina. You still have so long, so much time. You'll make friends, find people who love you, and make many beautiful memories.
That's not what I want! Camille, you're not allowed to die! I won't allow it! I won't allow it!
Goodbye, Dina. And I'm sorry, Vivian. I'll leave the rest to you.
Camille resolutely walks towards the fissure as Dina stares at her disappearing figure. After a moment, she also walks forward. Vivian is about to stop her, but Dina uses the controls to open a container. Ethereal surge out, blocking the path.
Take out these ethereals first. We can't let Camille's efforts go to waste. Who dares get between me and Lord Phaethon? Where belong Let's go after Dina, Lord Phaethon. They must be on the other side of the fissure.
Let's go.
Are you satisfied now, Vivian?
Seems like that did not go as well.
You were the one who brought yourself to this point. You're saying this is all my fault. Losing my father, losing Camille. I wish you had never come into my life. At first, when Father brought you home, I was happy. There are so many Exaltists, yet Father never allowed me to get too close with any of them. I never had any friends either. But when Father brought you back, he told me to take good care of you. That you were my first friend. I was also so happy the first time you took my place in helping Father select a person to receive the blessing. Because it meant you were different from all those other people. You could stay with me. But soon, I grew jealous. You took the attention that should have belonged to me. You even took Father's love from me.
It's only because of my ability that Landon...
I know, but... Vivian, jealousy is something you cannot control. Of course.
No, but you can't grow up in,
hatred.
No, actually you can control it.
That one day, you would look at me and shed tears. I knew if that day ever came, father would not hesitate to force the blessing upon me. And when that day did come, I hated you for causing my father's death.
Tina, you knew everything about what happened back then, so why are you still defending Landon? And why didn't you tell me back then? If I had known earlier, maybe I could have found a way.
Because her father is always right.
That makes me more special than you, no? It proves I had father's trust. I was more useful to him. Vivian, you said you wandered without a home ever since you were young, hated by anyone you encountered. You were happy to gain recognition from everyone and help father when you were among the Exaltists. But in the end, you discovered you were being used, so you felt betrayed and hurt. Then, what about me? All I ever had was my father. I've never known a life outside of the Exaltists. Ever since I was young, my only purpose was to help father select who was to be blessed. The only purpose I had was my father and the Exaltists.
And you don't feel like finding a new one.
Else, Vivian. It is what little value I have and have ever had. In the end,
So I'm gonna follow it through, even if it means killing me.
and completely destroyed it. You think you're doing good and fighting evil. You've only managed to affect a small part of your world. But have you ever wondered if maybe that's all there is to my world?
I never wanted to hurt you. You were also my first friend. And that's why I wanted to save you back then.
Save me? You and Camille all talk about saving me. Why don't you understand? To me, loss is so much more painful than death.
Tina, you can start over. Everything Camille did was so you could live on. Let's leave the Hollow together. There are so many amazing places in New Eridu. This time, I'll take care of you. I've also met so many amazing people. I'm sure they'll love you too. Okay, Tina?
Vivian, I can't forgive you. And I don't want to forgive you. I have nothing left. If what little hatred I do still harbor were taken from me, well, I refuse to be so pitiful. I won't apologize, Vivian.
Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Dina closes her eyes and injects a vial of the serum into her own arm. Soon, ether crystals appear on her body, a sign of corruption.
I don't want to hate myself, so I can only hate you for killing my father, and hate Camille for leaving me.
Yeah, that's real healthy. Real healthy there, darling. Yeah. I feel like the amount of therapy it would take to try and help her get to a normal level would border on having to brainwash her into being unbrainwashed. Let her sit in a jail cell, I guess.
That's just the kind of person I am. Hateful and despicable. I refuse to owe anyone anything. I refuse to feel regret. I won't. Vivian, I will keep hating you. I will take all who are precious to you. I will also hate Camille. So I won't do as she wished and start a new life. Vivian, if you had never existed, if I had never, you
Ethan, please do not interfere. She was my first friend. I'm going to bid her farewell. Dina, soon the pain will be over. Lord Phaethon, don't come any closer!
Ow, ow, ow. No. Yep. Nope. Alright. God. Okay.
No. Keep my dress dirty and you'll pay.
Oop. Doop. Okay. Oh.
What happened? What the?
Vivian! Belle, don't come near me. This is my own choice. I will change the fate I saw. Vivian! I just want you to remember me when I looked my best. Vivian!
Vivian, your body.
I'm sorry you had to see me like this, but I don't want to be the one that only brings misfortune anymore.
No, please. No.
It's so warm, and the night is beautiful.
Vivian?
Oh.
It can't end like this.
We have the power to heal corruption. Well, okay. We can heal corruption. Great. Awesome eye powers for the win. It feels as if you had a long dream where you saw your teacher again with her familiar smile. But soon, the environment and your teacher both dissolve in the water, leaving behind a misty curtain, blurring, then vanishing.
Belle, you're scaring me.
Oni-chan? Daijoubu desu ka?
Belle, I'm so glad you're awake.
Oh.
What happened? I remember Vivian and I... Wait, where's Vivian? She injected herself with Landon's serum.
Hugo and Lycon brought you out of the hollow. You were in a coma and... I'm so glad you're safe. And
Where's Vivian?
you said Vivian used the serum on herself? But she looked fine to me, barring a couple of scratches. Hugo sent a message earlier saying he got her checked over, and she was alright. Can you recall what happened?
We were in dire straits.
The situation was dire, so Vivian used the serum on herself to defeat the ethereals. I saw the crystallization process starting to occur. And then I can't describe it, but I think I saw something. At the time, all I was thinking about was wanting to remove the crystals from Vivian. I don't even know what I did. But then I passed out, I guess. What happened after that?
When I led Hugo and Lycon there, it was just you and Vivian lying on the ground. We didn't see anything else. Never mind that for now. Belle, do you feel any discomfort?
My eyes? Dizzy.
Just a bit dizzy.
For tonight, just get some rest. Hugo and Vivian said they'll come over tomorrow, so we'll discuss everything then.
Okay.
Okay. Good night then.
This time, there are no strange sounds or sights in your dream. You sleep peacefully throughout the night. Shortly after you wake, Vivian, Hugo, and Lycon arrive at the video store.
Lord Phaethon! How are you feeling? No headaches? Leg pains? Heart palpitations? Loss of appetite?
Vivian?
I was just so worried. Sorry. Anyway, Lord Phaethon, I'm so glad you're okay. What happened this time was all my fault.
Glad to see you're okay, Vivian. Like nothing happened. Yep, just gonna sit back for a second. I totally fixed your crystallization. I'm pretty awesome.
You only became an ethereal to defeat Dina. If it weren't for you, neither of us would have made it out alive.
So, what happened? Belle said she saw the crystallization process start, but I didn't see anything through EOS. Hugo, Lycon, did either of you guys see anything strange?
Allow me to explain. Miss Vivian told us what happened after she awoke, and the mayor arranged a full medical checkup for her. Based on the results, Miss Vivian indeed shows mild corruption sequelae. But if the crystallization process had already started, the lingering effects should be far more severe. To be precise, if the process had already reached the point of mass surface crystallization, it should have taken no time at all to become an ethereal. So, the mayor theorizes that it was the etheric energy within Master Proxy's body that affected Vivian's condition and the surrounding etheric particles, causing Vivian's corruption to recede. Essentially, corruption is a reaction between the etheric particles inside the body and in the surrounding environment. Therefore, it's not necessarily irreversible, just that currently our mainstream method of defense is prevention.
My what's it? Etheric energy? The hell?
How come I didn't know I had this ability? How's it even possible for me to influence other people's etheric particles? That makes it sound like I can manipulate etheric energy at will.
Ooh, playable main character incoming?
Special. This is a gift your teacher left you.
What does this have to do with our teacher? Playable main character incoming?
Our teacher? So this has to do with her?
I don't know all the details, so I cannot explain everything to you. My apologies. However, Miss Yixuan might be able to answer some of your questions. She will visit you sometime soon, so please feel free to ask her any questions you may have. She has quite an eccentric personality. If she causes you any inconvenience...
Can I file a complaint?
If she causes trouble, can I file a complaint about her to you?
Master Proxy, you have always been a people person, so I trust you will handle things just fine.
Me, a people person? But... I guess. Now I'm even more worried.
That just makes me more worried.
In any case, the mayor has asked me to give everyone his most sincere gratitude. Unfortunately, the mayor could not come personally, but has promised everyone a favor. Provided it's within his means, he will offer his unconditional assistance once. There is no time limit on this favor.
Unconditional, What if I wanted his position as mayor?
We all know you
If that is
don't.
what you desire, then the mayor and his subordinates will be first in line to vote for you in the next election. As for the other votes, you'll have to work for them on your own. But should you assume office, I hope you take full responsibility for handling all day-to-day matters and lead by example. By sheer happenstance, the mayor has provided you with a copy of his current assignment, the City Waste Sorting and Processing proposal.
Old fox.
Well, can I request Lord Phaethan's?
The mayor imagined, you might ask. I have prepared all the necessary documents, and the ceremony expenses will be covered by the mayor as a gift. As long as Master Proxy agrees, we can sign and process the documents immediately. But this matter requires mutual consent and cannot involve coercion, confinement, or one party's lack of consciousness.
Stop! I would never do that to Lord Phaethan! Probably. At least not today.
As for you, Master Proxies, the mayor has some sense of what you desire. That said...
Vivian? What the fuck do you want me to do? You know, it makes it sound like marriage. Part of me feels like it has something to do with, like, officially registering as a celebrity and fan club or something. Hold on. What was all the... Minor expenses will be covered as mayor.
He hopes you might speak with Miss Yixuan first before you decide the timing of that favor.
Hugo and Lycon are still bickering, and Vivian sits to one side, eager and anticipatory. As always, you can smell the aroma of noodles from the neighboring noodle shop. You hear snippets of Elfie's music from her store. Thank goodness. Time goes on, but there will always be friends by your side. After eating, Hugo, Lycon, and Vivian take their leave. Belle, are you feeling alright? Lycon said you could control ether particles and it was a gift from our teacher. I keep thinking about it. And that Miss Yixuan, we should investigate her. But let's not talk about that for now. We need to wait for the next update. We already have a whole lot right now. You've only just started to feel better. You should get some rest. I'll be there with you, whatever happens in the future. Because at this point, we are just stuck together, unfortunately. I need to take care of my baby sister, because otherwise she will get in trouble. Or, you know, accidentally get herself killed. Or accidentally unleash a power that gets everyone else killed. Who knows? Our teacher probably does. Head upstairs to rest. Thinking back on it, a lot sure has happened recently. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's one way to say it. But can I really control etheric energy? Will I really become a playable character? Probably a support? Ether support? Hoyo? One day? Ether support main character? Please? If this is a gift from our... If this is a gift our teacher left for us, then doesn't that prove that her research was focusing on mitigating the damage hollows have on humanity? Can we say, though... Well... Problem is, we don't really know if it was a gift or maybe a side effect. Also, it very much seems like she did experiments on us. Like, I'm not even going to, like, try and beat around the bush on that. It seems like she did experiments on us. It was just that she happened to be a kind person who did experiments on us. Perhaps this can serve as evidence that she was innocent. How did we get these powers from her? How did she, quote-unquote, teach? She did fucking experiments on us. And I have a feeling we may have been coerced into it, seeing as we were literal children. But I don't feel anything yet. It doesn't feel like I have any special powers. Except for the fact that I can control Bang Boo. And my eyes glow at points. Barry, do an analysis on my entire body. Figure out what my powers are. I need to unlock them. I need to prove that I can be powerful. I need to prove that Oni-chan is worthless without me. And that I am not being taken care of by him. He is being taken care of by me. Your thoughts are all jumbled together and your mind feels heavier and heavier. You drift off without noticing it. Whoa. Okay. Okay, we're on 1.7, so 2 more updates. New Eridu continues to coexist with sacrifices in neither daily life nor hidden crises ever cease. New stories in the distant horizons are surely exciting. But one should also cherish each passing day, present or past. One day, they'll become memories worth holding on to. We are done. Took longer than I wanted it to, but yeah. Screw up sleep schedules. Especially this week. Please, don't go. If you didn't watch the first part, highly recommend you do. Ignore the part that I said at the end about trying to do this on a Saturday instead, because I forgot I had something. I have been up for a very long time, but I had fun. And I smell like fucking cigarette smoke. Don't smoke. Smoking is bad. Try and quit. Cigarettes are evil. If this is a hot take, well then. God. Oh, bye-bye.